Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to use CoffeeScript with JavaScript. In a previous blog post, I went over this briefly, but I want to just give you guys a couple tips, especially if you're working with floobits. And here's a couple of items. Let's just start by showing you what you have to do. First, you go to File, Settings, File Watchers, CoffeeScript. You can actually just go here and press Add, and you can see that CoffeeScript is there. CoffeeScript, project, username. In order for this to work, you do need to have CoffeeScript installed on your computer. You can do that by just using a CoffeeScript, an npm install of CoffeeScript. Do make sure that you install that globally. And then once you go ahead and just press OK, notice it's been added twice, but that's fine. I can just remove one of these and then press OK. What this means is, now if you see, all my folders have a CoffeeScript file and a JS file. CoffeeScript file and a JS file. And one is right below the other, and any changes made to one are automatically done to the second one. So let's just go ahead and pick one of these. Notice it says 0 file watcher CoffeeScript is available for this file. Description compiles into JS file. Add watcher. Okay. There you go. So now let's actually pull this out and let's open the JS file version of it. Alright, so let's go ahead up here to the top. Let's go up here to the top and let's add another function. So let's just call it add. Okay, and now if I just go ahead and save this, Control S does it. Let's go back up top. Notice that the add function got added here automatically. And now if I go back and I delete that, and I save it again, notice that it is now gone. Okay, so this is basically the basics of CoffeeScript. You can do the same thing for TypeScript, Sass, Less, and any of the other file watchers that WebStorm has implemented for you. I just also wanted to give you guys a couple tips on using this with floobits. The reason for this is floobits tries to keep track of all the files and all the changes that are going on at the same time. And if you worked on floobits before, you will have noticed that while two people are trying to write on the same line, it tends to crash the program. And since CoffeeScript is being transferred over to JavaScript every single time that you make a change, if you both are using floobits and both your computers are making these changes at the same time, there are going to be issues. So my recommendation is only one of you turns on the file watchers, and the changes will propagate to the other person's WebStorm by default through floobits. If the other person is using some other kind of file watcher that's implemented from the command line, you do need to turn those off because those will conflict with WebStorm. And that's basically the two steps that you have to do. Only one of you uses the file watcher, and the other one makes sure not to be running any automatic compiles or any other file watchers on their side, be they using WebStorm or Sublime or any other editor. But yes, this is basically the simplest part of using this, and I'm just going to add one last thing. If you do add stops here or anywhere in your CoffeeScript file and then you run a debug, the files will be stopped on the element here. And once you are going through the debugger, you're going to notice that your file is going to be stopping on CoffeeScript and not JavaScript, despite it running the JavaScript file. You can also put your stoppers on the JavaScript file, and if you put them on both, the debugger will keep going back and forth between the two. So just be aware that you have those two options, and you can easily use both depending on how you feel. Okay, that is my quick rundown on CoffeeScript. I hope this was useful, and if you have any questions, just feel free to email me below. Thank you. Bye.